what you guys just did was steps 1 and 2. The next step is you have to take each of your detail cards and rank them on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being most relevant. Take the most important detail that you wrote to support your position, and you'd make that a 8, 9, or 10. If there's anything that is really, really close, you can do a 9.9 and a 10, or 8.9 and a 9, but you cannot duplicate your numbers, okay?
Okay.
David, can I see yours, please?
You want them in order?
Yes. Okay. 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 David, you're pretty sure that's the order?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because the order is really, really important. Serena, can I see yours, please?
Number 10,
Okay.
number 9,
Okay.
number 8. It's getting dark.
Okay.
Number 7. Oops.
Okay.
Number 6.
Okay.
Oops. And 5.
Okay. And you're sure that's the order?
Yes.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to, you had 6, right?
Yes.
And David, you have 3?
3.
Okay. So this issue of whether or not Serena appreciates the life that you've provided for her, David, is made up of 9 details. As you can imagine, if she was throwing her 6 details at you, and while you were throwing your 3 at her, it would still be chaos. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus on 1 detail at a time. Okay. And do that, we want to do the most important details first. So what I need you guys to do is take those 9 details, put them together, and stack them in order of relevance, with 10s, the most important, on top. So you both have a 10, you both have a 9. So
Right.
alternate them, please. So put them together.
And
Try to do it without looking at the
9.
numbers, the card.
Okay. Okay.
And the rest are easy, right? They're all yours. Okay, so you have the 10 on top?
Yes.
Okay. And is that David's 10? Since this
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we want to focus on 1 detail. So let's put all of them aside except for that 1, David's 10. Okay.
Okay.
So David, if you guys had the card, I'd be saying the game, all the steps on this side of the card that you wrote on, you will handle. All the things on the back side of the card, Serena would handle. Okay. All right. So, David, I need you to tell Serena what you wrote and how relevant it is to you. So tell her what you wrote and the number.
So Serena complains about the fact that we haven't bought a house. The relevance is 10.
Okay. That took you through steps 1 through 3. Steps 4 and 5 are the most important steps in the game. They're on the other side of the card. So hand the card to Serena. Serena, here you have to repeat back to David what you believe he means in your own words, and follow that with, is that right? What this is going to do is going to allow David to feel heard. And when you respond to David, you can respond to what he actually means, not something you thought he meant. And this is going to keep you guys, you can move forward on the same page. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And I need you to say, what you're saying to me is, and finish that sentence.
Serena complains about the fact that we haven't bought a house. So what you're saying to me is, I'm complaining about the fact that we don't have a house.
Yes.
So, David, Serena has, when she repeats back to you, that's steps 4. Step 5 is her saying, is that right? It's her job right now to make sure she understands you. So don't cut her off, because she might have had a little more to say. And if it was wrong, she would keep that in her head. So she has to make sure she understands you. And she's going to do that by saying, so what you're saying to me is, repeating back to you what she believes you mean, and following that with, is that right?
Now, what if I don't agree with what he says? Am I still just saying what I feel?
No. So you don't get to argue or debate, or it doesn't matter if you agree or not. Here, you're just making sure you understand what he said.
Okay.
Otherwise, you guys could be arguing about 2 different things, right?
Right.
Okay. So you just want to make sure you understand what he says.
So Serena complains
So what you're saying
about the fact that we don't have a house.
What you're saying to me is.
What you're saying to me is that I'm complaining about not having a house. Is that correct?
Yes.
Step 6. There's 14 steps here. And when you guys are playing on your own, they're numbered on the card. When you get the game, you see them numbered on the card. You're just going to go 1 through 14. Okay. Step 6 now is, this detail is or is not true. So on the back of the card, can you write a Y and circle it near the top?
Okay.
Because that was you circling yes on the card.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't move forward until you understood what he said. Okay. The next step is, it's going to say, this detail is or is not true. And you're going to circle is or is not.
Is not.
Okay. So can you write is not and circle it? So as you can imagine, David and Serena, it's hard for a couple to resolve an issue if they don't agree on the details of the issue, right? Okay. So Serena, step 7 is, how relevant is it to you on a scale of 1 to 10 that David feels like, since you complained about not having a house, he don't think you appreciate your life?
I'm going to say an 8.
Okay. Did you write it? Okay. So we always write first. Okay. All right. So now step 8, Serena, you need to write a short response to what you understand David has said. You done?
Yes.
Okay. Tell him what you wrote.
How does this mean I don't appreciate you?
No.
That's a question.
So, right. So you're not asking a question right now. You are, he said, you complain about not having a house.
Right.
You said, I mean, and that's why he feels like you don't appreciate your life.
Right.
You said it's not true.
It's not true.
So I expect you to write a response to why it's not true, maybe.
Because I haven't brought it up.
No. You can't talk. You have to write first. And you're writing, you're responding to his detail as it relates to the issue. His detail is, you complain about not having bought a house. And that's a big deal to him when it comes to you being happy about your life.
I don't complain about that. I wrote that down.
What you write?
I don't complain about that.
Okay. So steps 9 and 10 on the other side of the paper, which is David's side. David, steps 9 and 10 are just like steps 4 and 5. Here, you have to repeat back to Serena what you believe she means in your own words and follow that with, is that right?
So you don't believe you complain about the fact that we haven't bought a house yet.
Wait, David,
Yes.
what you're saying to me is,
Oh, sorry. What came to me is that you don't believe that you complain about the fact. Is that right?
Yes.
okay? So, David, you can write a Y on that. Step 11 is a focused discussion and debate. Here, you guys will talk back and forth, doesn't matter who goes first, about this detail card and Serena's response to it. So step 11, you guys have a focused discussion and debate. You're talking about this detail card as it relates to the issue.
So my Y was step 10?
11. 10, yes,
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
We're on 11 now.
Okay. So step 11 is
A focused discussion debate where you guys just go back and forth and talk about this one detail card. You try to stay away from the other ones if possible.
the last time we talked about not having a house, you were complaining that we didn't have a house, we didn't have a plan to get into a house. It was a complaint.
My complaint. We finished.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Serena.
Our last time we did talk, yes. What is our plan? Are we saving for a house? What are we going to do? We are still in the apartment, but that was, it wasn't really a complaint. I was just asking you, what is our plan? What are we doing? What are our goals? What do we have planned? Because that's what we don't talk about that anymore.
And you guys have to keep this as it relates to her being
Complaining about
her life. This detail as it relates to the issue, okay?
I did say that. We aren't planning. What is our plan? We need to focus on that. Yes, I did. I feel like that's not something I talk about all the time or that I complain about. What was my complaint?
So from my perspective, right, it wasn't like you said like, hey, babe, let's sit down and talk about our house and how we're going to plan for that. It was more like, when are we going to get a house? We don't even have a house. We don't even have a plan. So it came across to me as complaining and not strategizing or formulating a plan or working together in any type of way.
We were already arguing about other things, and then I brought that up because I haven't brought anything up about my parents.
This was just the last time.
But when is the last time I've ever said anything about or complaining about not having a house? All we talk about is if we can afford to live out here. I don't complain. I don't feel like I complain. Yes, we got into an argument a while back, and that's what I said. We don't have a plan. What are we going to do? I was just, I was irritated in the way it came across.
And so, and to understand, that's why it seems like a complaint, because we were arguing about something totally different, and then you just threw that in there as like ammunition. You know what I mean? So that's why it seems like it wasn't a constructive conversation.
Yeah, I did throw that in there, but it wasn't. What are we going to do? What is our plan? What are our goals? What are we going to do from here? But I feel like I don't complain about that a lot.
Yeah, I didn't say it was a lot. When you bring it up, it's, again, when we talk about things, we don't talk about planning for a home or anything like that. But when you get mad, when you get angry, it comes out as a negative. We don't even have a house instead of.
Never said that.
Not,
Never said that.
not in those exact words. Not in those words, but in that tone.
But you're taking a tone and putting words, anything about us not having a house. I said, what is our plan to move? I've never said we don't have a house. I know we don't have a house. I never said when are we getting a house.
Okay, so where are we going to move to? Are we going to move to another apartment?
But what was our argument? We have this money. We should start putting money towards it. We don't have a plan. We need to figure it out. We don't have a house. You know, like it's. You
didn't say that exact word, but when you say when are we going to move? Where are we moving to? When we move, but what I'm saying, when we've said that when we move from here, we're going to move into a house.
I mean, that's obvious, but what are we doing with the money that we have? We're not putting anything towards it. That was my thing. I said, we have this, then what are we doing with it to move forward? We don't have a set date, or we don't have
and
any plan.
Can you see how, for me, in the heat of an argument, it's not conducive to formulating a plan? Like when we're mad at each other and arguing, how are we going? We can't make a plan then.
That's the only time we talk is when we're arguing about real things. Right now, like lately, we haven't had any open, and when it is open, it goes left.
So we have to stay focused on her complaining about the house and how that makes David feel like she doesn't appreciate her life.
You're not appreciating our life, because I said, what is our plan to move up out of here? And I've only said it once, like I don't complain about our life, what we have. I don't feel like I complain. I don't feel like I nag you. I complain. I'm ungrateful. I've never shown you that I'm ungrateful, or I feel like I don't show you that I'm ungrateful.
So we were in the process of looking for a house before we moved here. We had been with a realtor, and we were going to open houses and looking at houses. And then you decided that you didn't want to stay in the apartment where we were. Mm-hmm. And so we moved here.
But you didn't agree?
No, I didn't agree.
We're here 4 years later. You're telling me that you didn't agree?
I told you then that I didn't agree.
So why did we just...
But that goes, before we get off topic, I just want to say that goes to my point. We were in a place, we were stable. We had a plan to move into a house, but you didn't like where we were. You weren't satisfied with what we had. Mm-hmm. And instead of sticking to the plan, we moved here.
So we were at that place 15 years, right?
Regardless, that's so. But in those 15 years, we didn't have a plan. When we finally did have a plan, and we were in the process of seeing that plan through.
But then COVID, so we didn't have COVID shut everything down. There was no open houses to go to. There was no getting a house. We were not going to look at seeing a place. Shit was shut down. So that was not even an option.
But okay, that doesn't mean that that just delays. That doesn't. Right. But when we end up moving to someplace else that's even more expensive, now that affects everything.
It affects things, but we're in it. So now we have to make it work. And what are we going to do? We've been here for 4 years. So you can't say that we didn't have 4 years to just be like, you know what? On our 5th year living here, this is how much money we'll have. And this is what we're going to do. We haven't even talked about putting money more money since we are spending more, put more money away because it's, I don't know. I'm gonna say, I don't feel like I complain about moving out of here. I hear what you're saying, but I feel like I don't complain. I feel like this is not the issue that we want to tap into, that you want to tap into.
It's definitely,
So me complaining about not buying a house.
you're not appreciating the life that we have.
Can I have an example besides that one
No,
about? Okay.
no. So the issue is you don't appreciate the life that you guys have. One of the reasons why he feels that way is because he feels like you complain about not having a house. So that's what we're talking about right now. And this was his 10. This was
Right.
the big reason why he feels that. Am I yelling?
No, we can. My volume's not loud on my laptop
Okay.
anyways.
This is the big reason why he feels like you're not happy with you guys' life. Because he feels like you complain about not having a house.
I totally understand having a goal and wanting to say, okay, hey, we're going to move out of here and we're going to buy a house and we're going to do this. It's timelines, we can do all that. The issue is that that discussion only comes up when you're angry.
Yes. But it's not that's not the that we have. We only just have that. Just
No, this particular detail, my overarching concern, right? This particular detail comes up when you're angry. So that's why I see it as
once.
it's come up more than once. So I wouldn't, it's come up more than once. And once recently. But when it comes up when you're angry. You see what I mean? I hope you understand what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Right? Like, it's not like we discuss it and you'll say, okay, well, we don't ever talk about anything. But it's not like you know what I mean? Like, the conversation doesn't happen except for when you're angry.
When does the conversation happen other than me bringing it up, being angry?
It doesn't. I feel like it's a complaint.
So when I'm angry and I say, hey, what's our plan? What are we doing from here? That makes you feel like I don't appreciate you?
Yes.
When I'm talking about moving from here with you.
In anger. In other words, I see it as, why are we still here? We're just spinning our wheels. We're just wasting time. We don't have a plan.
Did I say any of that?
So, to the overarching idea of, this is what I've been working so hard for, and you don't appreciate it. Because when you get angry, it's, we don't have a plan. What are we going to do?
Well, what if I said that when I wasn't angry? We don't have a plan. What are we going to do?
Then we would probably talk about and formulate a plan. You can't, I can't, me personally, I can't formulate a rational plan in anger because it's all emotion. It's just reacting to, you say something, I react to it, I say something, react to it. There's no rational thought in that.
Multiple times. Once everything settles and we're fine, it still doesn't come back up like, hey, you know what? We should think about what we're going to do from here next year or when the girls graduate. Like, you know, and it never comes up. It never.
I don't bring it up, no.
It's bothering you.
It's not bothering me.
This is your card. It is bothering you.
The fact that we don't have a house doesn't bother.
The argument is bothering you.
Yes.
I complain about it.
Yes.
But Something that you would want to talk about when you're not angry?
Yeah, I would love to talk about it when you're not angry.
So when am I angry?
I mean, when you get angry.
So when the dust settles.
Then I should come back and bring up the point you made when you were angry.
But I didn't know it pissed you off, though. I thought
It doesn't piss me off. It hurts my feelings. It makes me feel like you don't appreciate what we have. It doesn't make me angry. It hurts. Because, one, objectively, I see where we started and where we are. So I see the progress that we made as growing up from 20-something-year-old kids to 40-something-year-old adults. Two, I understand the struggles that other people have and know people who would love to live the lifestyle and have the life that we have. So yeah, it makes me feel unappreciated, and it hurts my feelings. It doesn't make me angry. You said it more than
I
twice.
understand. I'm sorry it hurt your feelings. Sorry it hurt your feelings. But it would have been nice for you to hear me and then say, you know what? You're right. Maybe we should start a plan. Maybe we should, because I feel like these are things that are not disrespectful. Me asking you, like, what's our plan to move out of here? Or, are we going to, or what's our steps? I feel like that's disrespectful. Or me coming off as I don't appreciate you.
I think the part that you're missing is not the nature of the conversation. It's the fact that it only comes up when you're angry. It seems like ammunition against me when you're angry. So it's not like constructive.
But I said, yeah, I say things.
So when you hit me with that, when you're angry, it makes me not want to talk about it.
Ever.
I don't want it to turn into an anger thing, right? If it's only something you bring up when you're mad, I don't want to bring it up because I don't want you to be mad.
I'm going to be mad talking about our future. When I get mad, I tell you we don't talk about everything. I go down the list of things that we don't talk about, and that's something we don't talk about.
Right.
So me not being upset, we can start a conversation about it.
Yes. I would love for us to sit down and talk about it when you're not angry.
Okay.
And get back on track, on the path where we were on before COVID and before we moved and before our whole situation.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys think you both said your piece?
I think so. I said mine.
I think that was fruitful. Write a square and put a check mark in it, because that's what's in step 11, just a small square. So you're checking that you completed step 11, the focus, discussion, and debate. Now, step 12 is on the other side of the page, David. So you have to give that to Serena. So Serena, here for step 12, you have to write down what you took from this interaction, this detail as it relates to the issue. And ideally, you'll start with, I feel better because, something you learned, something you realize, something you understand now. So tell him what you wrote.
I feel better because we've agreed to have a discussion. And I feel like I understand why you felt hurt.
Okay. Step 13 is on the other side, which is David's side. David, you got to do the same thing here. You're right. I feel better because, and write down whatever you took from this interaction. And ideally, you're saying, I feel better because, and it keeps us moving forward. You're finding something good about what you guys just did.
Gross.
What was that?
feel like we sounded like our daughters, just bickering back and forth. Our daughters, when they
Oh,
get into it,
wait, you feel like you started that way
like we sounded like them, just going back and forth.
when you were
Yeah.
talking?
Yes.
I think the difference is you guys were still calm though.
Yeah.
And David was, I don't know if when you have that bickering conversation, if he's going to say, I was hurt, I'm hurt, you know?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm not.
here, he's able to say that because he feels safe and you can receive that. And
Yeah.
oh, I hurt my man, you know, and appreciate that. Okay. What'd you write, David?
I feel better because Serena heard and understood my feelings on this detail.
Can't tell you how often I feel heard is the answer that one of you will say. Okay, step 14 is on your side, David, still. And it's made up of two parts. The first part is you guys have to agree, yes or no, was there any progress with this one detail card? Yes or no. But you have to agree. If you don't agree, it's a no. Or yes, it's still a yes.
I feel like we made progress.
So you just write yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry. If
You?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. And the second part of this detail, you guys have to decide, was there enough progress on this one detail to resolve the overarching issue? So you guys have to decide, and I guess mainly it's on David, whether there was enough progress with this one detail card to resolve the issue. If not, let's go to the next card. Don't look at the card.
I can't look at my other cards.
No. I mean, you're going to be able to, if the game is over, you still tell each other what you wrote. But
Right.
you have to know whether you feel like, okay, you know what? We make some progress. I don't feel like she doesn't appreciate her life now. If you still feel that way, then we go to the next card. If not, then the game is over and we just share what we wrote. I'm okay. We can go to the next card.
Yeah, I'd like to go.
Okay. But the next card's not yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So circle no.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I'd like to hear her.
Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing. And we're going to do 1 through 14. You don't have the 1 through 14, so I'll tell you. So, Serena, tell David what you wrote and how relevant it is.
I wrote, I'm still here.
And how relevant is it?
I feel like if I wasn't happy.
No.
Oh,
The
it's
number.
relevant. Number 10. Number 10.
Okay. So steps 4 and 5 are on the other side. Give it to David. David, here you have to tell Serena what you believe she means in your own words and follow that with, is that right?
How's the sentence start again? I believe you are saying.
What you're saying to me is.
Okay, so what you're saying to me is if you weren't satisfied with your life here, you wouldn't be here.
Is that right?
Is that right?
No. I mean,
No.
can I say, okay.
Unless you change your mind about your thing, give him another chance to
Okay.
get it right. Give him 3 chances.
Yeah.
It's funny too, because I would have said the same thing he said. That happens a lot. I was helping a couple the other day, and I'm like, "What's she talking about?" Me and the guy are like, are right on the same page, and I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. So, and this is why it's important too. This is why this step is so important, because a lot of times we think we are good communicators, but the couple will have to do this step right here like 5 or 6 times. So if you can imagine, if you're having a heated argument, it's
3 words.
right. You have a heated argument. You're not even talking about the same thing, and you think you are.
It's 3 words. Like, how can you misinterpret 3 words?
Yeah. So go ahead, David.
Okay, so what you're saying is you are satisfied with your life.
Yes.
Wait,
what was that, David? And Serena, you have to let him ask, is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah. What you're saying to me is you are satisfied with your life because you're still here.
Is that right?
Is that right?
Okay. That's the same thing to me, but okay, go ahead.
Same thing to me too, but I just have to,
Okay. So you have to write a little yes down there, David.
Okay.
And Serena, I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm just saying.
Oh no, it's okay.
From the man's perspective, that all sounded the same.
Okay.
But see here. Okay. Step 6. This detail is not true, David. Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, she is still here.
Now, step 7. How relevant is that to you? That she says, "I'm still here, so I must be satisfied with my life."
7.
7. Okay. Step 8. Write a response to her detail as you understand it.
Response.
She said, "I'm still here."
Yeah.
Whatever you understand that mean, and you agree to, it was a 10 to her, it's a 7 to you. Just write. Maybe why is it just a 7 to you, and it was a 10 to her?
Yeah. Honestly, I gotta go back. I don't believe that.
I'm sorry. You want to go back?
Yeah, I don't believe that to be true.
Okay.
So I don't say it's not true.
Okay.
What part is not true?
You don't get to talk yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on his side of the card right now.
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was sharp about that. I'm just.
No, you're good. Yes, you're good.
So, you believe it's not true that, and then you put a 7. So write down why you believe it's not true.
It is not true. And my response is, just because you're still here doesn't mean you're satisfied.
Okay. Steps 10 and 11 on the other side for her to do. Here, Serena, you have to repeat back to him what you believe he means in your own words and ask him, is that right? What you're saying to me is.
What you're saying to me is, just because I'm here doesn't mean I'm satisfied.
Is that right?
Is that right?
Yes.
So you're going to write down a why.
Okay.
Now, step 11 is the focus, discussion, debate. You guys are going to talk about I'm still here and it not being true and all that stuff as it relates to her being satisfied with your life or whatever the issue was.
Am I going or he's on first?
It doesn't matter.
You're A.
It doesn't matter here.
I'm still here, meaning emotionally, still trying to work on us, still trying to see what we can do to fix whatever problems in our relationship. That's what I mean by I'm still here. Not if is unsatisfied, be out of here. That doesn't mean I'm unsatisfied. Me saying that I'm still here, meaning I am still willing to work on, push through.
Relationship. Yeah. She got mad at me the other day because I said, this relationship is important to me. And she was like, relationship? This is a marriage.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did. And I was like, what is a relationship? Marriage is a relationship. That's your drink. And then that's what hit me with the religion.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm still here. Here. Yep.
Yeah. So what I heard is I'm still here because I want to put in all this work and change all these things.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm still here because I love you. I'm still here because I want this marriage to work. I'm still here, and I'm going to be fighting for it. So, yeah, that's what I mean by I'm still here. Not that it's something.
No, I didn't think it that way.
What did you say?
My first response was, so what you're saying is, if you don't, you wouldn't. The fact that you are satisfied, so that's the reason. And then when I disagreed with that, your response was, I'm still here because I want to, put in the work.
But not because I'm unsatisfied. Not because I'm just. I feel like we have work to do. We know we can do. We owe it to each other to put in the work.
Yeah, I agree with that. Marriage doesn't work. Never stops.
When I say I'm still here, that's willing, and able.
Okay.
Okay. I was losing audio a little bit. I don't know if it's you guys or me, but it sounds like you guys are through talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. What was that?
But I need to get a microphone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Serena, this was your card, right?
Yes.
Yes. So if you finish talking, you would put a check mark because 11 is just a little check box.
Okay.
So 12 is on David's side of the card. David, here you're going to say, I feel better because whatever you took from this interaction.
Okay. I feel better because Serena expressed a willingness and desire to work through this.
Okay. Step 13 is on your side now. This is your I feel better because, Serena.
Okay. I feel better because I know, because he knows I'm willing to work on this.
Okay. So step 14 is on your side still, Serena. 2 parts. Was there any progress on this one detail card? You guys have to agree, yes or no.
On this card?
On this card.
Yes.
Okay. Was there enough progress to end the game? If so, it's over. You just tell each other what you wrote on other cards. If not, we go to the next card.
Okay.
It's probably,
okay.
It was your issue, David. So it's more on you.
It's more on me.
Yeah, it's on you.
Not totally. You guys have to agree because something might have come up to make her feel like, no, we need to talk. So
you know what? I'm not sad though. I feel I could probably read her the rest of the parts and she'll probably understand.
Is that it, Serena? You okay?
I am good. Yes.
Okay. So circle yes?
Yes.
Or there's no circle, but split the cards up now. You get yours, Serena, and give him his 1 or 2.
Yeah, there's still 2. 2 in there.
Yeah. David, tell Serena what you wrote on the cards and how relevant they were.
Serena says I'm good at solving problems at work, but not at home. Not denying.
Okay. Go ahead, David.
Just,
oh.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah, no.
It's not relevant.
You work hard. Yes, you do. You do agree that we should work hard on our relationship too. Deserve some work too.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the life we have. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to have it if you didn't work hard and do what you do at work.
Right. Well, the reason why just detail is important is because it's another one of those things that comes up, when you're angry. It's like a jab that you take. And so it's like, oh, well, if you was at work, you could solve this and you could solve that, but around here, you can't, right?
Yes.
So.
You're a great problem solver, like I tell you all the time.
But the reason why I'm a great problem solver is that job is, it's what provides. So I have to be good at my job. If I wasn't good at my job, I wouldn't have it. And then,
even outside of you're going to this conference, your friends, you talk, you giggle, you laugh, but with us, it's like totally different.
with what the conversation is, the conversation is like,
I have light conversations.
Yeah,
We used to have light conversations all the time.
I mean,
I'm light.
They turn into arguments. I was making light conversation in the car the other day, and it turned into an argument. I don't know. I was talking about the taxes and all that. You got
Anything.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that I'm seeing here is so far is these issues come up, Serena, when you've gotten upset or when you're angry. And David might feel like, oh, that's how you really feel. And that might be why he feels the way he does. But what I want to say is one of the benefits of this game, see how you guys are laughing and giggling a little bit here and there? That probably doesn't happen when you're having those.
Oh, it's right. You're right.
So now that you know that, and you see how David was like that hurt. Now that you know that you guys can have these hard conversations and not be at each other's throat, instead of Serena saying, we need to talk, you can say, hey, honey, let's play YBAngry. And he's not going to get defensive. He's not going to feel attacked. And you guys will be okay. Just sit down and play the game. So for everything, okay, so that you can talk about stuff without arguing.
Right.
Okay. All right. What was your other one, David?
And the last one is Serena gets angry when I tell her we don't have money for whatever. It doesn't really matter what it is. If I say we don't have money for that, it makes her mad.
It bothers me. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for, and when I don't ask for much.
Hey.
I don't have a list. I mean, it's probably, to me, it's not much. But yeah, I don't feel like I ask for much.
I mean, it's not, I won't say that you're always asking for things, but, it's like,
I'm not good with money.
It's not even about you not being good with money, right? But like, vacations and stuff, buying a house, and they don't all die. When you talk about having a plan and coming up with a plan and sticking to a plan, and then it's like, oh, but by the way, I want to go here. Okay.
So there's no way that we can save, buy a house, and still maintain.
It's not maintenance. You know what I mean? Like,
vacation we planned, and we knew it was going to be a year out when we just took this cruise. We knew it was going to be a year out. It was a year. A year. What was the year? That was
Yeah.
Now I'm getting my life together. Yes, it was almost a year. But yeah, I do. Money wise,
Like, you should be more understanding. Like, hey, or maybe, okay, so we won't go somewhere expensive, or we won't do an expensive trip, but we'll get away. We'll do something closer to home, more economical.
I always say that. We can go up here to Vegas and do the 3 day. We get do the timeshare thing. We get our money back.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's always been
That's fun.
budget friendly. Yes. But I feel like you're saying I spend a lot on a daily. I probably.
I'm not talking about on a daily, but most of the time, all of our needs are met.
Right.
So what I'm talking about when I say we don't have money for, because I never say we don't have money for food, we don't have money for, I never say.
Right.
So when I say we don't have money, it's always for, it's not for necessity. Not since February.
The cruise was our extra for the, remember you were like, for the year, that's what we're doing. And now it's 2024.
Yeah.
So 2025 will be the girls' birthday.
Yeah, the girls' birthday.
But
it doesn't have to be extra. The girls' birthday doesn't have.
That would be because it's the whole vacation. It is a whole thing.
But it doesn't have to be.
So what would it be then?
We could
Unexpected expense. That's what they want to do.
They want to do what?
The concert.
Oh,
they go to Vegas. That's what they want to do.
That's right. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why we need to sit and talk and come up with a budget for those things. But then the thing about a budget is like when you do the budget, you're like, okay, so this is how much money we're going to set aside this year for the fun stuff, then you don't spend more than that. So when something else comes up, like, oh, I'll do that, but it's not in the mood. We want to have a budget, and then we turn around and be like, oh, guess what? So-and-so called me, and they're going to, or they're going to Hawaii, or they're going, yeah, that's nice, have fun.
You're reaching.
I'm not reaching. That's what happened with Tiffany.
Where did we go today?
Hawaii.
Well, yes, but we knew ahead of time. And it was freaking $3,000 for a family of four. That was not a lot of money.
But it wasn't.
Hawaii.
But it wasn't. Trip. What I'm saying is, it's $3,000 that wasn't set aside in budget for trips. So it's $3,000 that came away from money we could be saving for us.
We weren't on that page.
Money that actually
we weren't on that page. We weren't.
Actually,
that
was right after COVID.
During COVID. It was 2021.
Right.
So nobody was doing open houses.
Technically, it was right after. It was right in the whole window of the whole house shopping thing. We had just paused because of COVID.
Moving forward, what do you want to do?
Be more understanding when I say, hey, we can afford that. Instead of getting mad, maybe parse it down into something. Okay, well, what can we afford? And then figure that out and do that.
Throwing off this mad word, right?
It comes across to me, the way I receive it, as anger. So if you're not angry, I'll accept that. But what I'm letting you know is that I receive it as.
So you don't know the difference then of me getting pissed off, angry. Like you don't know the difference.
No, to me, there's no difference. If you can't get pissed off unless you're angry, and you can't be angry unless it's semantics to me, in my mind. If somebody tells me they're pissed off, a synonym for pissed off is angry. So if you're not one of those
when I got upset with Savannah, that was me getting angry. That doesn't happen to you. Rarely. Even when I'm drinking, you can't say that when I'm drinking it happens either. I'm still
just because you don't talk to
calm and cool.
Just because you don't talk to me and talk to your child doesn't mean that you're not angry.
Right.
I understand that. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like,
I feel like every time we have a conversation, me being mad. Okay.
What was the last thing you said, Serena?
Every time we have a conversation, I feel like he thinks I'm upset. I'm mad.
Not every time we have a conversation, every time we get into a discussion.
Okay. So,
right?
I'm not being self-serving. Once you guys learn how to play, you don't have to actually have the game in hand.
Yeah.
That's why I make the couple say what you're saying to me is. So
Mhm.
when you walk around the house, David, and Serena says something and it's hurtful to you, instead of you being hurt and holding it in, you can say, so what you're saying to me is, and what that's going to do is going to put Serena in the mindset that you guys are playing the game, which means you guys are on the same team. Nobody's offending or attacking, and it'll keep you guys in a decent mood, and vice versa. If you want to buy something and he says we can't afford that, then Serena, instead of uh, maybe doing how whatever it is he feels like you do, if you were to say, so what you're saying to me is we don't have the money to do this because of that, then he's probably not going to feel like you're angry. He's going to realize you're playing the game and you guys can keep your same mellow
Right.
tone. Okay.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Are you finished talking about that one?
Those are my 2 parts. Yeah.
Okay. So, and now sometimes when you play the game, you realize we have a couple other issues we need to play,
Mhm.
Right.
right? So, Serena, you might want to play, do you think I'm angry all the time? Or something like that when I
Yeah.
talk or whatever. And he'll say, well, yeah, and he'll tell you why, and you'll say why not, and hopefully you guys will be able to come to an agreement or understanding. Okay. What were yours?
That was a good one.
Mhm.
What was a good one?
What you said.
Oh,
Number 9 was I love our relationship.
okay.
Number 8 was I live my life doing right by you. Number 7 is we've shown our girls how to love continuously. And then number 6 was I text him long emotional messages. Oh, and then number 5, we have fun together.
Okay. Um, how long has this been an issue, David?
Um, I think like after COVID, it just seemed so. Yeah. I mean, it was when was it 2019? 2019. Before COVID hit, we were in the process of looking for a home, and we had kind of decided at that point, like, because we had been at the place where we were for like 15 years, and we had decided that when we moved from there, that we were going to move into a house, and we had agreed upon it. That was the agreement that we made. And after COVID happened, and like she said, the housing market kind of went crazy. There weren't any open houses, and when you could get into an open house, the price of the house was going up while you were standing there looking in the house,
Yeah.
And I didn't, so we just, a bidding war and all. It just didn't seem like the right time. So, and we didn't really discuss it, but I felt like we were going to just pause. And then once things settle down, get back on that page. And then she was like, well, if we're not going to move into a house, I don't want to be here. So then it became, we're not going to move into a house, we're going to move someplace else.
But that
And
was so basically since 2015, so 4 or 5 years.
2000, yeah,
I mean
2019,
19.
1920. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Why do you think? How do you think the game helped you resolve this in a
well, I
short
think,
time?
yeah, I mean, I think anytime you can have a discussion with each other and hear and understand what the other person is saying, is going to be conducive to coming to some kind of agreement, right? The problem with arguments is that they're just, it's always usually dictated by emotion, and um, people are saying what they want to say and hearing what they want to hear.
Yeah. Okay. So, Serena, any can you share why you think you guys were able to get over this? What about the game that helped you?
I feel like I was able to hear him and understand why he felt the way he did, and hopefully he doesn't feel that way anymore. Hopefully we've shaken that feeling, and you feel good about our relationship. You don't feel like I don't appreciate you or the lifestyle that we live. I'm very grateful.
All right, guys. Um, any questions for me? Oh, you
So how
guys
many?
glad you played?
Yeah,
Yes.
how many pages come in the game?
So,
How many times
Do
can
we
we
need to order? Do we need to order a second set?
uh, I'm sorry. What was she saying?
do we use pencil
Oh,
when we get the card so we can erase? And how many times can we play it?
so the game, the booklet comes with 4 different issue cards,
Okay.
Oh,
and
okay.
it comes with 32 of those detail cards. Okay. So you might need to have more than one or try to use a pencil or whatever. But if you think about it, man, the value that you get from resolving these disagreements was it's far, far, far exceeds the $30 you pay for those
Oh yeah.
games.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, but once you get good at playing, you just say, wait, so what you're saying to me is, and if you never have if that keeps you from getting a misunderstanding, then you don't have the argument, and you don't have you know, all the tense stuff going on. You're just sitting there listening to each other, you're actually hearing each other. And I encourage you to do it for I sat down with one couple, and I told them, hey, the first step is you guys have to agree to resolve just one issue. And they were kind of him-harming a little bit. And I said, well, the couple did it yesterday on should we buy a new dryer? So the couple I'm standing in front of said, well, that's not a big deal. I said, well, it is a big deal if you have to if you're the one kicking this dryer once a week. And if it's your role, you might not feel like putting as much love in the food that day or making love that night. So I think little issues permeate into bigger issues in your life. The game really is just a communication tool, and it
Mhm.
just helps you, have calm, clear communication without all the emotional drama that, comes with the quick responses that we have sometimes. Okay.
Right.
This could apply to more than just couples.
The way I came up with this because me and my wife went to marriage counseling and we got kicked out of counseling, and it was it was my fault. I didn't want to do this exercise the lady was asking us to do. But a couple of days later, I was like, Lord, if I'm going to stay in this relationship, I need to see some progress right now. And so I started working on something, and I came up with this. And because I realized if we had been able to resolve our issues as they occurred, I wouldn't be in the predicament I was in. 3 main rules that if people can satisfy these, they can win the game. First, you both have to want the relationship to work. 2, you have to be honest about whatever the issue is that you're going to talk about. And 3, you have to be able to count to 14. And really, that's it. If you satisfy those, then they can solve anything.
After a guy plays, I appreciate it more, because I think that's the biggest problem with arguments and stuff like that, is they always tend to be all over the place and not focused.
Right.
Right. And they usually start over one issue. So if you can remove all that other noise and focus on the one issue that started the argument, well, then you've resolved a whole bunch of future arguments, because that one issue isn't going to come up anymore. So maybe another issue that starts the argument, but that issue won't be the one. So if you can continuously pick away at those issues that start arguments, then you have less arguments.